Don't know why that's not picking up sound. I guess you're getting sound now. Cool. I don't know why the sound's disappeared. There's a lot been happening on this OBS since the update. A hell of a lot of settings and stuff's disappeared. Just gonna see if I can add the sound from a better microphone. Audio input capture. Right, okay. From that. Right. Yeah, it's the wrong microphone now. I don't know why the other one's not picking up. Oh well, probably need restarting or something stupid. That is at full volume. It won't go any louder. This camera microphone, whereas normally I use the one that's over here, but for some reason it's not picking up that at all, and there's no reason for it, because it's picking up video, because it's picking up the video here, so I don't know why it's not picking up the microphone. The only way I'd be able to sort that out is to disconnect the stream and reset it, but I don't want to do that, so as long as you can hear me, that's the main thing. So last week I screwed this side on and then saw it all fell apart, so today I just whipped them wheels in. I popped them in, and as I was holding this side I put a screw in it, you know, as I went along, hold it in so it didn't all fall apart, and it's actually held, but it's really heavy. I had a few issues with all these little flimsy bits, you know, all these little flimsy bits, the braking caliper things didn't line up to where the wheels wanted to be and all sorts of other stuff. So on the other 3 bogies, that's something to keep an eye out on when I'm doing it. At least it's pointed out a few problems that I've noticed, so that helps a little. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at the moment. It is screwed together, so that's a start. Yeah, getting screwed again. Alright, yeah, all good fun. All good, Scott. All good, pal. Alright, Trevor, how you doing, chap? Alright. So, we're on this lovely little bit here. This delightful bit here with more arrows, but it don't look so fiddly, I'm saying, fingers crossed. It's going to be more time consuming looking for the parts, I think, and then I can glue it onto the end there and the bogie and start working out what on earth all this other bit is that goes on it. And there's more there, and then there's more there, and so on, until we get to a point where that bogey's done, which will be that page there. And then once we get to that point, we go all the way back to the beginning again and do the other 3. So at the moment I'm going to concentrate on this bit here, try and find the parts. if I can. We've got the fun fair in town, so it gets a bit noisy out the front because they're up the road, which is not helpful. So I'm looking for D sprue and P sprue. So I'm going to look on the sprues here because it tells us D's and P's and all that carry on. So the D sprue looks like that. Okay. Right. So I believe that is a D sprue. And a fair few bits on here for the D sprue. So I'll try and lay them out the way they are on the picture, and then at least I've got half a chance. So D9 or D6, sorry. Right, so that one goes there like that. That further back so I can show you what I'm doing. And then I want D37 and D36. Oh, there you go. And that's D37. There. That's D36. That goes now. What else have we got? D26. Okay. Well, I can't see a D26 anywhere. The starters. Oh, there it is. Spotted her. It's because it's got one of them. It's got one of the little wassets on it. Right. D. Hi Kelvin. I'll call you Kelvin. 26. That's 27. Right. So that's 27. That goes there on the picture. And that one goes there on the picture. Like that. And then D15. Ten, 18, 19. Where the hell's 15? 16, 15. There's a sprue gate right in the middle of that. Yeah, it's got rid of it. Even our fault. I'll put that over there. That's at a distance there. and then I've got a D11 and 12, and that's some weird shape that goes on somewhere else, so I'm going to keep that out of the way, keep that over here like the picture is, like that. I think that's all the D's. Yep. Right, so that's through D's. That was easy. Come to you tonight from Ovenfred, bathed in brilliant sunshine. We left the clouds on the eastern side. Good man. Hope you're enjoying it, pal. Yeah, it's very sunny here as well. Been like it all day. It's actually been quite nice. I took my cap off and I sat outside the back there in between customers to try and get a bit of sunshine on my head. Right, sprue P. Oh right, okay. So I want P, 9s, 20s. Right, so P1 to 29s. That sprue there with a big circular bit on it. Right. We had them last week, I believe. One with a big circular bit on it. There you go. Happy days. Right, so I want a P9, which is a tube. The Swedish meatball. Evening, Ali. How we doing, chap? E9. Swedish meatball. Right, that one goes there. P21, which ain't that thing there. Nope. Oh my gosh. Now, it's that thing there. So I found out the issue of where I do Facebook and YouTube at the same time. It turns out, would be a 33 minute, yeah. It turns out that the new OBS that came out with an update has actually stopped the use of streaming to more than one server at once. So that's why I can't do Facebook and YouTube at the same time anymore. So until there's a new plugin that's been brought out and sorted out, I can't access it. So that's what's happened, because I read into it today. Right. Being sunny, a bit chilly up in the far north. Alright. You all ready for Perth? 21 and 9 again, so I need another one of these sprues apparently. Yeah, that'll do. It's like, here's one I made earlier. This is actually quite relaxing, this a little bit. I'm not going to say it's going to be maybe relaxing once it comes to actually putting it all together, but at this point I'm not pulling my hair out like I was when I was doing the other bits of this. So I need now, we've not had an R sprue. I'm not about a pirate sprue either. Oh, hang on a minute. Right, okay. Just why I've got this sprue here. At the moment I'm trying to assemble these parts, but I'm also going to quickly cut these parts off as well, because obviously they go onto it as well at some point. At least I've got half a picture idea at the end, so I'm going to cut them off as well and keep them over here out the way to the side, just while I'm at it. Evening Lewis, flippin' heck, model making chucker, how you doing fella? Been a little while pal. It's been a while for me to be online, so you know. 18, 2 lots of 18. And that. Awesome. What's that? It certainly is, Paul. It's nice to see Lewis. Scott, just trying to get the 2 builds ready for the competition. Besides that, I'm good to go for Perth. Awesome. I don't want to know what you're going to enter, because I have been known to be a judge at the show sometimes, and I don't like to cheat, if you know what I mean. So, but happy days. I'm glad you're entering. You're a braver man than me. All the years I've been building, and I still haven't entered a competition, not like that anyway. Not for any reason particularly, just not got round to it. I'm too busy doing everything else, I think. Right, D33, which is some mad mechanism. Yep. Awesome. Yeah, I'm good, thanks, pal. What's that? Ali, shivering in a freezing wind blowing right across the North Sea from Sweden. Yeah. It'll be warmer soon, because he's got a lovely delivery on the way to him into Sweden. Oh, now that's a really fragile piece there. I nearly nicked the wrong bit there. We'll need to be careful with that one. I'll show you that once I get to it. Right, D34 is a hook. There's some real flimsy bits on this, by the way. It's like, I think this is like a hitch kind of thing. Posh word for me to say when I'm an aircraft builder, but I would call it an arrestor hook, but obviously it's not that. Right, I've put that there as well, just so it's done. Right, I definitely need to find these other sprues out of these big piles here. So I need to find the R sprue. Back to my sprue pictures. And then PQR. So R33. So the sprue looks like that. Oh my gosh, right, okay. There's 4 of them. So strange looking sprue. It's that sprue there I've got to look for, where my thumb is. I've got to find that sprue out of this pile everywhere. It's some sort of framey one. Oh. Oh, what's the chances, huh? What would be the chances I found it straight away? Happy days. We're nearly ready to stick all this crap together. Shouldn't call it that, but it is. Right, R33 and R34. 2 tiny little pieces. What's that? You done the limits yet? Yeah, don't very nice. USS Enterprise. Yeah, you'll be still waiting, Trevor. You know what your customs is like. It's a nightmare. It was a bucket thing, this thing to do, enter competition, so I thought, sod it, I'll go for it. Yeah, definitely, 100%. %100% on that, mate. I remember one of our club guys entered for the first time. He didn't score anything. He was disappointed. I said to him, don't be disappointed, you know. You were brave enough to actually go for it, and that's what matters. And the following year he won an award. So, you never know. You're very much worthy of an award on both accounts, so I'm glad that he did get one. But you just never know in the hobby, and you never know at the shows. Got to be in it to win it, as they say. I've just never got round to it. I've been moaned at for not doing it. But right, that's that sprue. That's the R sprue. So what else do I need? I need B. I need a B sprue, and then that's as good to go. Puffing season. Yeah, Robin Fockers, you watch Fred, will have to pay extra for the pass. I hope not, mate. I put it as low value and all that, like I do. But I know what you're saying. They're just in their own little world, aren't they? B13. So B1 to 13. Oh, I know that sprue. I've seen that sprue before. That's this one here. Happy days. You get to recognise the sprues after a while with the parts. Some of it's real fine stuff, though. Right, that one. And I mean, getting this off without breaking it is not easy. Some of it. Yeah, happy days, good to go, sorted. So what we got here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 pieces to this little tiny bit. Happy days. One of the builders is getting a very special photo shoot on the way down the road too. Oh, awesome, can't wait. Have to ask Fred, what are you building? Lewis, you must know by now, eh? You know what I'm building. It has lots of wheels and big massive parts. Come on, Lewis, you know, he knows. Remember when I got him, Lewis? You must remember when I got him, Lewis. No worries, chap. All good. Embarrassing sticking it on the big telly, but yeah, all good, pal. Right, parts are laid out. Happy days. Yes, pal, that's the one, Lewis. I'm attempting. You wouldn't believe the headache with all these little tiny fucking. Oh, I never swore. I said chocking. Yeah, all these little fiddly bits. You wouldn't believe that all these little tiny bits is such a big kit. But there you go. So now I've got to try and get all that lot on here, wherever it all goes. So it's not very clear on the instructions, I'm afraid. Okay, that goes in there, goes either side. I see, right, okay. So that delightful little thing here. I mean, this is what I'm working with, Lewis, on tiny, you know, crap like that on such a big kit. And then of course that's way too long, that rod, for that. So they've gave me this big long, can you see that? Big long sticky out bit, but it's far too long for what I need and where it's going. Way too long. So there's going to be some issues with this each time when you're trying to do stuff, because that is going to need nipping down by a fair bit. I've had to nip off of that. Oh mate, you ain't know the half of it, because that's got to go in there. I'm determined to get this bit built before the stream finishes, and that bit goes in there, and then we put a bit of glue in it. So this is the other good thing, is the fit's so good that you have to hold it while you're gluing it, because it won't clip into place and just sit right, because that would make it too easy. As you know, because I've been fighting this all the way so far. You just tell them it's Dora the Explorer and you'll be alright. Right, and then that bit. Goes in there. Another bit that's got stuff on it shouldn't have. I remember when my pal, or someone I know called Neil Rafferty, built this, and he said, Fred, it's a nightmare to build. I kind of get where he's coming from, because I'm starting to see, he did tell me there's lots of fit issues with this kit, and if I'm honest, and I am going to be honest, I have noticed these fit issues, because like I said, that pole was oversized that was there, where it went from one to the other, and now it doesn't seem to fit the same how it should do either. So I do see what he's saying about a lot of the fit issues on this kit. It's not going to daunt me, and it's not going to stop me from doing what I'm doing, but I do get what he's saying nonetheless, because I've seen it. There's bits actually glued on that you shouldn't have, and bits that are not glued on, not moulded, that you should have, if you know what I'm saying. So you got bits added on the mould that shouldn't be there, and then bits that should be there and not there. So it's definitely not a clever way of doing things, but it's still a cool kit irrespective, because no one else has done such a mad idea of creating this kit in the first place. Yeah, happy days. Just make sure that's level. Yeah, only one bit. I'm actually keeping the empty box for customers that come in the shop and want to wind up their wives. That way. Anything now on that shelf. Right, okay. Right. That bit. I mean, this bit here, there is no reason for this bit not to have been moulded on this bit, if that makes sense. Remember when I done the Ayashima kit and I was saying that there was a bit on the Ayashima kit that absolutely had no reason to be moulded independently. It easily could have been done as one piece, and it was, I'm guessing, and I'm pretty sure it was down to just they can have a higher parts count by putting it in separate. Well, this piece here that I've just popped in there, there is no reason that couldn't have been moulded as like all the rest of this here. That piece there, it's a gap there and you're just filling that gap with a little half circle bit. There is no reason why that couldn't have been moulded as one piece. That's purely for the sake of let's make it a 3,000 part count model kit. It's purely for the parts count. There is no reason for that. Same for the other one on the other side that I'm just about to pop on. That goes in that gap there and just pops in there. There's absolutely no reason why that ain't a whole as one. That is just one of them parts that they've just added for the sake of it. Shocking. Right, next bit. That one. That goes in that hole there. Don't get me wrong, there's some parts, you know, you understand why they've done it. But there's some parts there's just no reasoning. They're not the only kit that does it. I'm sure there's plenty of others that do it. Ayashima's bad for it, so yeah. There we go. That's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 pieces so far. We're starting to take a little shape to it now, for what it's worth. Get some fun bigger bits on now. And we're going to go over this side and put that bugger on there. These are your big buffer things. I get it, you know, these don't, you can't do these that way. I'll put that one on and this one. Pop them on at the same time. And out of all this, it's probably only the buffer bits that you're ever going to notice, really. But it is what it is. There you go. You know, everyone knows a buffer stopper. That's all good. How far in does that go? Right, so that goes right in. Everything's bloody loose, and then that bit you have to really physically push it in. As you can hear. There we go. Bit of glue on that. Not that it's going to come apart, not the way I had to push that in. I'll give that a minute. I'll give that a minute to settle. That's this. Our little buffers and all that shenanigans on it. Awesome. Couple more bits. Got some mad little flat bits here. Not sure where they go. These little bits here. Huh? Okay. And they go that way. It's a bit fiddly here now because these apparently go in there and then facing underneath. This is going to be fun. Yeah. Oh, but this isn't going to stay there. Probably not. No. Knew it. One of them awkward bits. Why on earth would you have that like that? Dear. Yeah, that's got it. You know what I mean? And it's like, it sticks out underneath and sticks through. It's got the tiniest little ledge to hold on to. And then this side, there's a massive gap for it. Right, that's definitely going to stick out even more. Not too bad, you know, you've got a lip there that you can hook it on, but you know what I mean? making sure it's lined up and sitting how it should be. I want it straight, eh? I'll do it straight and then it was supposed to be wonky or something. I had my luck. Right, and then I've got one last bit. I'll put that on there for a minute. Like this thing here. Oh no, it's not the last bit. Luckily I've got 15 minutes because I've still got that hitch shore to do. Right, I'm going to sit that up right. Hopefully it'll sit there. I'll whip this together. At least this is a reasonable sized part. Don't forget, once I've done all of this and all the other bits to this bogey, which is going to take probably another 3 weeks or 4 weeks or something, and then I've got 3 more of the bogies to make. And then I'll have to go through it all again. Right, now that, I believe, goes on there like that. And I'll hold that on. Pop a bit of glue in there. There's a lot of double-sided sticky outy bits on here. And I normally, when I build aircraft, I don't normally put sticky outy bits until last, because I've got a habit of breaking said sticky outy bits while I'm carrying on with the model, and unfortunately on this model I have to put them on. So that's that piece there, that's that container thing, whatever it is, I don't know what it is, just bear with me. There it is there. So we're getting there, whatever it is. Right, and then I have 2 little frame things, these little frames. Remember these little blighters that I just cut off? I'll pop them in now. And they go in like so, basically. Right. I'm going to put some Tamiya glue in there and some Tamiya glue in there to make said holes soft and squidgy, and then I'm going to try and pop that bugger in there and then swing that over. Oh. Nope. On you. That's about. That's nearly got it. Christ's sake, man. Right, that's in there. I just got to get that one to swing over and go down in there. Like that. It needs to lift up a little. Oh my gosh. Fuck off. Go away. You gotta love this, eh? Delightful. Right. That's that one on. Just Same on the other side. No one chatting. Don't forget, if you want to join Frozen. Yeah, we do a Zoom chat on a Friday. A few drinks, friends, and chat modelling, chill out, have a laugh. Want to join in, just give us a shout on the old social media. And we can fire you a link over to the Zoom chat. Mesmerised? You're not kidding. If I had hair, I'd be pulling it out. It's so fiddly. I was hoping to get this bit in really quickly, and it's just not going to be happening anytime soon. Not quickly anyway. And now them little sticky out ones that have been annoying me the whole time are getting in my way. Yeah. Oh, fuck off. I have never swore so much on a live stream in ages. And I don't like to. But this one is really annoying me. Get over there and get in that hole. I can see the hole. Don't even go there. I can see the hole. I can getting it in the hole. Lewis will know the feeling. There, got it. I didn't think I was going to get that bladder, that bugger. It was just playing silly buggers the whole time. Yeah, you see them little frames there? They're a pain in the bum, so they were. They go right over that other sticky out one. Right, last bit. Some sort of hook or something. This hitch hook thingamajig. So this bit. And this bit. And then this bit. And again, it's one of them. Am I supposed to glue this, or am I supposed to leave it loose? Who knows? I'm going to leave it loose for now. There's that bit I nearly broke earlier. Pop that in there. Pop that on there. Swing that down. And then that pops onto there, onto that. On there like that. Oh, fuck off. Oh my gosh. should stick to aircraft, I really should. Right, that's the hitch, there you go. So we've got this hooky hitch thingy-majig that all moves and swings and everything else. No worries, Trevor. Catch you next week, chap. You take care. Right, I'll be off in about 7 minutes anyway, pal. Right, so that's that. And then this all goes into this bit here above that one with the bar that I did, apparently. So I'm guessing that the hook itself actually glues in, and then everything else kind of floats and does its thing. If I can get that to pop in there. Ooh, that went in rather easy. That's not a bad thing. And then I'm not even going to tempt fate here, but I'm just going to glue that in there right now. Yeah, that went in sweet. I don't know about this swingy hitchy bit, if that's supposed to permanently move or what. I don't quite know. So I'm going to leave it as it is at the moment. As you can see, oh no, you can't see because I've not showed you in the right angle. As you can see, there's a hook and hitch, and all that does move up and down and swivel and spin and do its thing like it should do. All this lifts up and all that, so it's quite cool. Even though there's loads of bits to it, it's come out awesome. It's good to get outside your comfort zone, Fred, although the Dora might not have been the best choice for it. Yeah. No, I mean, do you know what? I've always said I like being out of my comfort zone. It's something different. It's a challenge. It's fun-ish. You got to use your brain in a different way. You know, we can all fucking put a blindfold on and just go right and build an aeroplane, for instance, or a tank. We all know how to go together. Easy as anything. Just slap it together. You know, there's no challenge in it. So yeah, I mean, Dora's as good as anything else really to be messing about with, to be fair. Right, so this bit here with all my wonderful crazy mad malarkey under there, and then tanks, remember I put them tanks or whatever they are under there. Now that's all getting hidden with me popping this on the end, apparently that just pops in there like that, which it does. Happy days. Now you can't really see, oh you can on the big camera because it's such a big bloody kit, but there you go. So I can glue that on now, and we've actually starting to feel like I'm doing something at last. Well, I should show you that bit close up afterwards. Some detail in this kit though, you know, I can't knock it for the detail. For what it is, it's certainly a detail kit. There's no doubt about that, absolutely. Could be made a little bit easier, but then where's the challenge in that? Yeah. It's going to use a lot of glue and a lot of paint. My theory is build this bogey, get it to where this is finished, this one, and then do the other four and then paint them and then go on to the next section, if that makes sense. That's my theory behind how I'm going to go about this kit, because it would be far too big to sit this on my bench and try and do a 2 metre near enough railgun and paint it, because you've got no room to turn it around to paint the other side and all that kind of malarkey. So It's really not helpful if you do. There you go, look at that, that's starting to look smart now, I like that. Yeah. With all the hitch and that on it, and then you've got all underneath. It's a busy old piece when you start looking at it like that. The good thing is I'm learning as I go, so the second and third one should in theory go a little bit easier, and then the last one should be easy peasy as they say. Is that going to happen? Who knows, but yeah, no, that's awesome. I like that. I like it where it's starting to show some detail and stuff like that. It's getting there. Miles away, we've got ages to go still, but it feels like I'm getting there. Awesome. That does look cool. Might even be a take a photo moment. Maybe get some more done before I do that. So anyway, that's just about time for me to finish, and we've done page 16, round 1 out of 4. So I've got to make these little steps, and then they go on the side there. Some bits and bobs here to chuck on. We've just done that. We've got that ring and a few bits to pop on there. Some bits over here that go on, so forth. We'll get that next week, and then we'll make a start on this bit here, and all this, whatever that is, and then you start going into real cool stuff where we start actually bits of photo etch sheet or whatever that is. I don't know what it is. Bits and bobs anyway. It all starts to come together. Yeah, there is some photo etch by the looks of it. So yeah, all good fun. We'll get on, and that's where we're at on bogey number 1 of 4. Try that down. Go to camera 1. There we go. Happy days. Well, that is that. All good fun, as they say. And next week we'll crack on with that next bit. But I really am chuffed with that. That's starting to look. I know it's small and all that, but there was a lot to that to get that like that. It's bonkers. So it's starting to look the part anyway. It's heavy. See if anyone came in the shop giving me grief. I just hit them with it. Knock them out. Boof. Maybe I'll just use the barrel. I'll leave the barrel loose and I can use that as an excuse. You know what I mean? Right guys, that's me. It's now 7 o'clock and time I went home. I've got a day job tomorrow and I need to close the shop before someone walks in and starts buying stuff when I'm trying to go home. Thank you very much for watching, and the thumbs up and everything else, and the chit chat. It's always the chat. I enjoy the chat because otherwise I'm just sitting here talking to myself about what I'm doing. You know, having the chat there is great because you can interact and it feels like I'm not sitting on my own muddling along wanting to rip my hair out. Not that I've got any, but yeah, it's like company, isn't it? Anyway guys, thank you very much, and I'll see you next week and we'll carry on again. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you all in a week's time at 6 o'clock, and you know where I am if you want me. Lewis, I've still got a railgun if you want to buy one. Nat won't let you, but you know, it's easier to ask for forgiveness than it is permission, eh? See you later, guys, and don't forget, like we said, Paul said, we do a Zoom chat on a Friday night. If you want to join in, just send me a message, we'll send you a link. And apart from that, have fun, guys, and enjoy the week. See you soon. Bye for now.